This is my second time trying to film this video, and it's 12 o'clock in the morning, so if I seem a bit salty, that is why. Hi guys, and welcome back to another completely chaotic video. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be rating my top 10 Netflix shows. I, along with the rest of the United States, am quarantined right now, and unless you're leaving your house to go to work or to get groceries, you're probably pretty bored. I personally don't have a license and can't drive, so even if I did need to go out or get groceries, I couldn't if I wanted to unless my roommate was home. So when I'm not doing homework or editing, I'm usually watching YouTube or Netflix. So to help everyone in my position, I thought I would recommend you guys my top 10 Netflix TV shows and rank them in order from most recommended to least recommended, or least recommended to most recommended. So how this is gonna work, I'm gonna go from 10 to 1. Each show that I list off, I'm gonna read the Netflix description of it, and then I'm gonna describe my experience watching it. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be going 10 least recommended, and then 1 is my most recommended, but all 10 I recommend in general because I watched them all and I enjoyed them all. Hello guys, it's Michaela. You can see my foot. Hello everybody, it's Michaela editing, and I was gonna add in clips of trailers for each of the shows that I'm gonna be talking about today, but instead I'm gonna link all of the trailers in the description below so you guys can watch those if you want. So if you want to see me rank my top 10 Netflix shows, then keep on watching. Okay, coming in at number 10 is End of the Effing World. James is 17 and is pretty sure he's a psychopath. Alyssa, also 17, is a cool and movie new girl at school. The pair make a connection and she persuades him to embark on a road trip in search of her real father. Now, watching this show, I thought it was very interesting. It was really funny actually. Going throughout the show and watching everything that happened, I think I enjoyed it quite a bit. Not because he's a psychopath and a killer, but because the story itself put together was really cool and very interesting. A bad habit I have is guessing the ending of shows before I actually finish watching them. In this show, I can say I wasn't able to do that with, so that's probably one of the qualities I look for when I'm finding Netflix shows. And this one's number 10 because it's not my favorite show in the world, but it was a really good watch. So if you had nothing to do, I would recommend watching this show. The show is also based off of a book, and I really like that. I haven't read the book, but now that I've seen the show, one day I'm gonna go and read the book. Okay, number 9 is The Umbrella Academy. Family of former child heroes now grown apart must reunite to continue to protect the world. It's one of the shows I watched when I first got Netflix on my TV. I found it really interesting because it involves superheroes and superpowers and all of that good stuff, and I'm a sucker for superpowers and superheroes. Played a different role on the good guy, bad guy situation, I guess. It was very interesting to watch how this show described each person and their ability and power and how they created that into a storyline. The reason why this is number 9 is because there's only 1 season of it on Netflix. There's a season 2 coming soon, but if you were looking for a long-term show to watch, this wouldn't be at the top of my recommended. Number 8 on my list is Ray. Queen Mary of the Scots faces political and sexual intrigue in the treacherous world of the French court. This show, it's historical, but not completely canon because there are some aspects of fictional happenings, but it does follow the history timeline through her life, from her becoming queen to her dying. So it follows the whole timeline. There's some parts in it that are canon, historically, but there's also other parts in it that are not. And I think that's why I really liked it, because it does intertwine, how I was saying earlier, with mythical powers, and it's almost like a crime show when they try to figure out different things and different aspects about the show. And this is one of the first Netflix shows I watched, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So I would recommend that to people. It has 4 seasons. Yes, it has 4 seasons, so it's a good binge watching show, or it's just a good show to watch when you have some time when you're not doing anything else. Okay, number 7, cells at work. The human body consists of approximately 37 trillion cells. These cells are hard at work every day within a world that is in your body. From the oxygen-carrying red blood cells to the bacteria-fighting white blood cells, get to know the unsung heroes and the drama that unfolds inside it. Now, this show is an anime, but it's one that I really enjoyed. It's very canon, but it's like scientifically canon, if that makes sense. It is about like cells inside your body. It's kind of like Osmosis Jones, if you've seen that movie, but it's like a TV show or an anime. And basically what it does is it goes through a day in the life of a particular cell in your body, and each episode talks about that particular cell or that particular bacteria and what it does to keep you like running regular. But instead of just being some kind of scientific show that explains all of that to you, it's a fun, almost kids show, almost like Brain Pop meets Osmosis Jones. It's very interesting. It's really funny, and it's really cool how they describe the red blood cells and the white blood cells. It does only have one season. The new season will be coming out this coming year, or they're developing the new season this coming year. But it's lower on my list because it only has one season, and if you're trying to watch something long term, this isn't gonna be the Netflix show for you. Okay, number 6, Accidentally in Love. A popular singer decides to go back to school, becoming the center of attention there, and meets an ordinary female student with a dual personality. Now, this is a K-drama, and it's a very interesting K-drama in my opinion. It's kind of like a romance K-drama, and it goes through basically how they fall in love. So there's the typical high school setting with the mean girl and the mean guy and the conflict and the, are they gonna kiss, are they not gonna kiss? So it's one of those sappy kind of things, if you like that. It is dubbed and subbed on Netflix, so you can watch it either or. I watched it subbed, I think, when I watched it the first time. So if you like rom-coms, this probably is the show for you. Number 5, The Society. Now, I think I talked a little bit about this show before in one of my YouTube videos. It might have been my get to know me tag. When everyone else mysteriously vanishes from their wealthy town, the teen residents of West Ham must forge their own society to survive. This show isn't really post-apocalyptic, but you can think of it that way. You can think of it that way because they become the only people populated in their neighborhood, like their home neighborhood. They're the only people there, like they're surrounded by woods, like they're secluded. And I really enjoyed this show because it reminds me of a lot of the other shows I watch. It's very intense. It makes you think because like I said earlier, I have a bad habit of guessing the endings of shows or episodes or figuring out what's going to happen before it happened. But this show kept me on my toes, and I never really knew what was coming next, if that makes sense. Number 4, The 100. Set 97 years after a nuclear war has destroyed civilization, when a spaceship housing humanity's lone survivor sends 100 juvenile delinquents back to Earth in hopes of possibly repopulating the planet. Now, this one is post-apocalyptic, like actually post-apocalyptic. You've probably heard of this show already. It's a very popular like TV show, like not Netflix show, but like TV show, and it's always airing, and it's always coming out with new seasons. It has a lot of seasons. It has 7 seasons, and I think they're all on Netflix. I really like this show because it is post-apocalyptic, and like I said, I can't guess the ending because it always has all these twists and turns and like things you don't see coming. I find that really interesting, and I really love all of the characters in the show. Like I feel like I connect with all of the characters in the show. It's such a good show. Such a good show. I love The 100. Coming in at number 3, we have Iron-Blooded Orphans, Metasuit Gundam. Why does the English language have such big words? Like, I'm not that smart. 300 years after the Calamity War, a ragtag group of freedom fighters in an ancient mobile suit rise to the call for justice once and for all. This show is definitely post-apocalyptic. Imagine Transformers meet The 100. And y'all know how much I like The 100. So I keep saying this, but I'm able to guess the endings of shows, and I'm like able to put 2 and 2 together and call the shots. So I end up spoiling the show for myself. I was not able to do that with this show. I was able to do it for 1 episode, but the rest of the show left me on my toes. Like I didn't know what was coming next. I think it makes you connect to the characters a lot more, and you can really, like the emotions they feel, I feel like you feel too. The show made me cry. So if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what else does. It's a really cool show. I feel like even if you don't like anime, you should watch it because it's awesome. Coming in at number 2 is Attack on Titan. Now, before you all attack me, I know this is an anime that is very highly recommended, and that every time you ask somebody what anime to watch, they will recommend you this one. But I promise you, it's for a reason. After his hometown is destroyed and his mother is killed, Eren Yeager vows to cleanse the earth of these giant humanoid titans that have brought humanity to the brink of extinction. This show is so good. I don't know if it's like post-apocalyptic or like, what is that called? Alternate universe? Not even that. There's a word. Alternate, I don't know. So if you watch Attack on Titan and you know how to explain it, please comment it down below how to explain it. I don't think there was an episode where I didn't feel like an extreme emotion. Like, it has just enough action to keep you entertained, but not enough gore to make you throw up, if that makes sense. I know I'm a basic anime fan for saying this show is really good, but not even that. I'm gonna stand by my opinion. This show was good. It might be one of the best shows I've watched on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's only subbed on Netflix. So if you're looking for a dub, you might have to go somewhere else to watch it. But if you're on Netflix and you like subbed anime, this one's good. This one's for you. Last but most certainly not least, coming in at number 1, we have Lucifer. Lucifer Morningstar has decided he's had enough of being the dutiful servant in hell, and decides to spend some time on Earth to better his understanding of humanity. He settles in Los Angeles, the city of angels. When I tell you this show is so entertaining, it is very entertaining. It has 5 seasons. I don't know how many of those seasons are on Netflix yet. I have not fully completed the show yet, but I am on season 4, and I can tell you that from the first 3 seasons, it's good. It's something that I think every person in their lifetime should watch. It's funny, it has romance in it, it has enough action to keep you entertained. I think there's a little bit of gore, if any. I think there's a very little amount of gore. It has angels, it has demons, it has mythical beings. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I have been able to guess some parts of the show, like guess what's gonna happen. But even if I do guess correctly, it's like the most out-of-box thing. Like, how did I even think that was gonna happen kind of thing, you know? It's my number 1 for a reason. I do really recommend watching Lucifer. These are my top 10 shows, but there's plenty of subcategories of my top 10 shows, so I can do like my top 10 K-drama, my top 10 anime, my top 10 romance shows, my top 10 whatever. So if you guys want to see that, please comment down below and let me know. Or even just comment down below if you've seen these shows or you have recommendations for me to watch and you want me to review them, I can do that as well. That's all I have for you guys today. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the bell if you want to see more from me. Subscribe if you want to tell your aunt, your grandma, your sister, your nephew, your second stepbrother on your mother's side to subscribe if you want. I'll see you guys in the next one. That was quite good if I do say so myself.